I'm just going to tell you guys about this 6 days, 22 hours dry fast that I did. Actually, it's not a completely dry fast. I did soft dry fast, which means you can take a bath, you can brush your teeth. Listen, I don't want to go around having smelly mouth or not bathing. I've got 4 kids to care for, and I move around a lot. So being on hygiene in that manner wasn't my it's not going to be my cup of tea. So I needed to take a shower and brush my teeth. First of all, I am not a doctor, so please do not just see this as me giving my experience and me not me telling you to go do dry fast or water fast or anything. So if you've seen my previous video before, you would know that I've done water fast for 14 days and now dry fast for 6 hours 22 for 6 days and 22 hours, 6 days and 22 hours. So which did I find more difficult to do? I found the water fast more difficult to do because I was drinking water and I was feeling hungry. On this dry fast, I wasn't feeling hungry until yesterday, which was day 6, 22 hours. I just felt really, I was feeling a bit tired. I was feeling a bit hungry because I had a very long day compared to other days. So I just say, you know what, I'm gonna break the fast. It was meant to be a complete 7 day hour fast, complete 7 day fast with some hours in there. But I just got home in the night and I was like, oh, sorry. And I had something to eat. What did I have to eat? I ate chicken, and to make it worse, I had a can of drink as well. It's absolutely fine. But chicken is fine, it's protein, so it was fine. So what did I do during this dry fast, which I did differently to when I did water fast? Absolutely nothing. I was still working out and I was still going about my business, my regular everyday business. I've got 4 kids, so it was okay for me. So I know a lot of you are always curious to find out, oh, how much kilo did you lose? How much kilo did you lose? Don't worry, I'll let you know at the end of the video. But I think knowledge is profitable when you understand that everybody's experience is different. If you go online, there's so many different people that give you opinions and experiences about, oh, this is how to do it. But you have to realize that everybody's experience is going to be different to your own personal experience, okay? So for me, I wasn't hungry. I wasn't tired. And what I did in the gym, I completely focused on weightlifting rather than focus on cardio, because I was already doing weightlifting before I did it fast. So I just continued with weightlifting because I wanted weight loss and I wanted fat loss as well. So I continued doing my weightlifting. Was it difficult? Was it hard? It was hard, it was difficult, but I tried not to exhaust myself. So every time I get to about 400 to 500 calories, I would just stop. And I walk to the gym, walk back home, it takes me about 30 minutes to walk to the gym and 30 minutes to walk back home. And then I get to the gym and I do 500 burn to 400 burn of calories, which was absolutely fine. The kind of exercise I was doing was deadlift, squat with weight. Everything I did with weight. Everything I did with weight. I try to remain on the weight I would normally carry if I wasn't fasting. All right, so this might not apply to everybody, and some people tell you because you're fasting you don't need to go to the gym, blah 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 blah. But you have to realize that it's your own body and you have to listen to your body. You don't want to finish the fast and just gain back all that weight immediately. You want to make sure that you've gone through the process of burning fat during your own fasting. Okay, so that is very important and very paramount. So when I felt thirsty, if I'm in the gym and I'm walking and I feel very thirsty and I feel very tired, what I do is I just go outside the gym and get some fresh air, or I switch on the gym's fan just to blow, to give me fresh air, or I take off my top just so that I can breathe, so I'm not feeling dehydrated, if you get what I mean. So that's very important. If you feel like you're feeling a bit lightheaded and all that stuff, just get up and just go outside. It's as simple as that. That's my baby crying in the background. Don't worry about him. There's someone looking after him. It's just getting a bit funny. So that's fine. Yeah, so that's one thing. And the only thing, another thing that I found in this dry fast, with my water fast, I had breakouts on my face, which wasn't that nice. It wasn't nice. But with this dry fast, I woke up on day 5 and I had this pain on my big left toe. Jesus Christ, the pain was terrible. It was a terrible, terrible pain. I had this pain that it was so painful that I just could not cope with it. I could not cope, but I just managed to pull through. Even when I was going to the gym on day 6, my husband was like, your toe is paining you and you're going to the gym. I was like, I've got to go to the gym. I went to the gym and I still managed to do my 400 calories and I walked back. And walking to the gym was difficult. I could have easily drove, but I said no. I walked down and I walked back. Walking back was worst. Walking back usually take me 30 minutes. It took me about 45 to 50 minutes to walk back home because I was dragging my feet. And then I got home, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I was like, oh, you know what? I have till Monday to break this fast. So I'm just going to hang in there. I have till Monday to break this fast. I'm going to hang in there. I have till Monday to break this fast. I'm going to hang in there. But then when it got to Sunday morning, which was yesterday morning, I'm like, God, how am I going to cope? I had to go to church and I had a birthday party. But throughout it, I was just smiling throughout. I was smiling through the pain. I was smiling through the pain. So I was so lucky to break my fast last night and take Nurofen to help with the pain so I could get some sleep. Right, when it comes to sleeping, sleeping is something that you find difficult to do when you're fasting. I'm somebody that finds sleeping difficult on a normal regular day. So the fasting made my sleeping pattern extremely terrible. I was filled with energy. I had so much energy that sleeping at night was so difficult. So what I did to sleep was I meditate or I listen to some preaching. That was the only way that I could get like 2 to 3 hours sleep. And the day that the pain started, the sleep was not working anymore. Those 2 to 3 hours sleep was not working anymore. So what I did when I started having the pain, which was on day 5, I just soaked myself in a bath to help me, to calm me down. Then once that is finished, I lay down on my bed. I used some this oil, essential oil, just to sprinkle on my body to help me inhale better and exhale better. Then I switch on my meditation and just lay there. If I could get an hour's sleep, that would just be fantastic. And that's what I did. All right, so like I said before, I walked out every day during the fast. You can see it over there or over here, whichever way it's gonna be. I worked out all the time, and my starting weight was 79.9. I know I put on weight because I will explain why I put on weight to you guys. The reason I put on weight, remember when I did water fast, I lost about 20 pounds of weight thereabouts. If you haven't seen the video, the link is going to be in the description box. I lost about 20 pounds then, and that took me to 80.1 kg. Then during the first quarantine in the UK, I lost additional 8 kg, which brought me to 72. And since then, I was sort of stuck in that 72 for a very long time. Then I went to 68. I think the reason I went to 68 was because I was just doing it. I just had that whoosh moment where everything just like dropped, and within the next day I was back to 72 again. So I was like, okay. Then it was close to December thereabout. We had December 2020. I had university work. I had receipt. I was doing online coaching for people as well, and I was just overwhelmed with so many things that was happening in my life, in terms of university, in terms of having a receipt, in terms of, I was so exhausted that I was working out, I was eating okay sometimes, but I wasn't really paying full attention to the time and day I was eating and the quantity I was eating. And then I was lifting a lot of weight. When you start lifting a lot of weight, you have to realize that you will get hungry. The more weight you lift, the more you get hungry, the more you start having big bum, big thighs, and all those things that you would not even realize that you're putting on weight. Is later that you say, oh God, I'm getting bulky. Carrying weight helps you lose fat, but at the same time you will get bulky and you put on weight in some certain area. And that brought me to, when I checked my weight on the Monday, because I wasn't going to do a video, so I didn't take a picture of my weight on that Monday. So when I weighed myself, I was 79.9. And I screamed like, hey, oh no. I was like, oh, I'm not doing a video anyway. But then on day 2, I was like, why don't I just do a video? Somebody might be interested to find out. So then I weighed myself on the next day, which it now came to 77 point something, which was good for a day, for one day fast, losing 2 kg, but that was sort of like water weight. So that was absolutely fine. And I just kept on with it. So this is my current weight as of yesterday before I broke the fast. Here or there, anywhere, it's gonna be there. And when I refeed, my refeed was just, I know some people say, oh, you refeed with water and blah blah blah. Then when I did water fast, I refeed with fish broth, but this time around I just did not have fish broth, so I just went with grilled chicken. I had grilled chicken and a kind of drink. Drank lemon, cinnamon water and normal water, and I went to bed. So I've not really had any loose bowel this morning. Immediately I ate yesterday, I had a little bit of loose bowel, but this morning I haven't. So I've still got food in my tummy, basically. So if I had probably had the opportunity to use the ladies, I would have been more better on the scale. So it's fine. So now what I've done is I'm going to do 48 hours fast. But because of the time I broke last night, it's going to be 42. Then from 42, I go to 48 hours fast, then 24 hours fast, which is what I'm going to do. If I get the time, then I'll probably do another 5 days, 5 days, 5 days. Because to be quite honest, I really like to be out of the 70 completely. I don't want to be in the 70s no more. No more. I don't want to be. I know a lot of people say, oh, you look good when you looked in a lot of weight and you look bulky. Fine, I look good, but now I don't want to be looking good in 70. I want to be looking good in 60. So I'm going to go continue to lift my weight and all that stuff. So if there's any question you want to ask in the comment section, please feel free to ask it and I'll answer them. So basically between Sunday night, which I started to fast, to Sunday night, which I broke the fast, I lost about 9 kg of weight. So that's good for about 6 days, 22 hours fast. Yeah, so it's there for you to calculate how much kg I lost. So I'm going to continue with 42, 48, 48, then 24, 24, 24. I'll be going on holiday, but still, I'm going to make sure that I stick with my plan while on the holiday and working out, because I never, ever want to, I just want to be out of the 70, to be quite honest. So with weightlifting, I have to manage my weightlifting and manage my eating habits and remain under my calorie deficit at all time. That's what is very important to me at this point. I've put in a lot of work since 2015. I've been trying to lose weight. So for me, it's always a journey, which I know in my head I never ever want to be fat again. That's why I keep telling myself I never ever want to be fat again. So I have to put in the work. So if you have any question, feel free to ask. And the pain in my leg, when I researched it on Google, Dr. Google, it said I got gout. So, and the only way I could stop it was to take Nurofen, and I had no choice that I had to take it. Otherwise, the pain was excruciating. It's fine during the day, but once I lie down, because there's no movement on the leg, the pain is unbearable. You can't even touch it. So I had to do myself a favor, and I'm somebody that does not have any health issues at all. So just to recap, sleeping is going to be terrible. You might develop some pains which you did not know that you have before, okay? And you don't feel hungry on a dry fast compared to when you do water fast. You're hungry all the time. With water fast, you're constantly hungry, but with dry fast, you don't feel no hunger. Maybe on the day that you have an extremely busy, long day, then you will feel hungry. Should you work out or not, entirely up to you, but I worked out and all I did was weight lifting. No cardio, just plain weight lifting. My only cardio was just walking to the gym and walking back home. Apart from that, no treadmill, no cross trainer, none of that. I didn't do any of that. And I tried to make sure that I was keeping busy, I was active, and when I wasn't working out, I just lay on my bed and I rest. I cooked during the whole time that I was fasting. I've got children to feed, I've got a husband to feed, so I was cooking. And yeah, that was it. So if you've got any question, feel free to ask below, and I'll try and answer them as much as possible as I can. For now, thank you so much, and I hope you subscribe to my channel to see the lovely recipes of food I cook.